Hello and welcome to Haggerston School. My name is Mr. McArdle and I'm an assistant head teacher here with the responsibility of sixth form. Your child is going to start with us in September, and while under normal circumstances we would have them in school having a look at our facilities and our fantastic site, due to COVID-19 this has not been possible. So instead I put together this video with some of our students to give you an idea of what our school can offer you and what kind of facilities and space we have, but also allow your child to familiarise themselves with what we have in school and how to get around the school building and the different areas that are on offer. So I hope you find this video useful, and I hope to see your child progress all the way through Haggerston with an outstanding set of results, and I look forward to welcoming them in sixth form in a few years' time.
We are now at Queensbridge Road, where students will enter every single day to come to Haggerston School. As I take the walk through the playground, you will see an abundance of space for new Year 7s as well as the rest of the school to enjoy during the school day, at break and lunchtime. To our right, which I'll show you in a brief moment, is where Year 7s predominantly spend their time during break and lunchtime, but also do their line-up. Now this space is our tennis court space, and as I said, we line up at break time, lunchtime, and also at the beginning of the day before period 1 lesson. So you will line up in this space down at the bottom of those tennis courts, ready to start your lesson. And what you'll do is you'll follow this pathway, this white line, and you will walk to the building in a single file all the way to your lesson. So I'm now going to show you once more the basketball courts from another angle, just to give you an idea of the size of the space that students can get involved in, as I said, at break and lunchtime. Mugas or AstroTurf pitch, again a full-size pitch which students in Year 7 can use at lunchtime, but also these are facilities that are being used throughout the week for students in their PE lessons and after school enrichment clubs. So inside the PE block, this is where students would change for their PE lessons, which occur every week, or for any extracurricular activity such as football club or netball each week. We're now going to have a look at the drama studio, which is our D block. Here students in Year 7 get to explore drama as a subject each and every week. They also get to take part in school productions several times a year. This is a great opportunity and a great space for students to really explore and be creative. So now we're going to move and head towards the C block, which is our assembly hall, our sports hall facilities. Here, as we walk towards the doorway, you will see the white line. Again, we will follow that white line to our lessons if they happen to be over on this side of the building. Now, I will pause here in a moment and I will just show you a space in which students would use to line up in Year 7 for their assembly. They will do that by forming a line into their tutor groups, and they would enter this glass corridor and through the doorway in single file, one group at a time. This is our South studio, where you would have your assemblies each and every week with your head of Year 7. It is also used for PE and for dance. Across the corridor is our North gym. This is predominantly used by PE, dance and drama for their lessons each week. Finally, in our C block is our sports hall, which holds many PE lessons as well as fixtures and enrichment clubs.
Hi, I'm Damilola and I am a Year 7 student at Haggerston. And here we are in the playground part, and just over there is the bottom half of the canteen. At break, we go in here and we can take any snacks or any food sandwiches that you want. And at lunch, we can have cold food here, which is just like sandwiches and maybe like pasta pots or something. If we walk over here, this is the other half where you can get stuff at break, which are more hot options, and at lunch, which are the school meals, more the hot options as well. So in here, but then again, is the bottom half. You can sit here at lunch if you have packed lunches or you take lunch through this area. And if there isn't any space down here, you can go up here. And up here are much more longer and bigger chairs. There's more space around here, and just over there is where they serve you your food. So I follow this white line to enter the atrium here, as you would normally do if you were going to take a class in this main block. So over here, you can check if you have a detention or if you have a cover teacher. Over here is the student services, and you come here if, let's say, you lost, I don't know, a coat or something, and normally it will be sent over here and then they check for you, they give it here. This is also used for spending credits and buying maybe pencil cases or school supplies that you need. Down here are the toilets, and this is where you go at break and lunch if you needed the toilets. And then over here and around here are the computer areas. So over here is our inclusion area, and this is where if you have any particular needs you can go. And this is the EAL office. As we walk through this door, we enter the library area. And through here we have a range selective of books for your choice. And normally there would be a place where you can take Chromebooks and do your homework. And you can come in here early in the mornings and do some homework, read some books. But you need to make sure that you keep quiet in here. So as we've left the library, we walk through the English corridor. And we're going to enter this classroom over here. So in English, we're currently learning about Greek myths, and technically all the classrooms are similar to these ones, so it doesn't feel different in each one. So just down this corridor over here, I'm going to show you the direction where your head of year 7 will be, which is where you can go to them if you have any problems or just want to let them know something that you've done. Over here. Down this corridor area, we have our humanities section, which consists of geography, history, and RE. And then down this area is maths focused. So here are one of the classrooms. Then again, most of the maths rooms are the same. So when we walk down these corridors, and pretty much every corridor, you stay on the right-hand side, and probably on this side as well, there'll be other students. We stay on the right-hand side so then people can move and get to their classes on time, and you need to make sure that you stay silent. When you enter your lessons, you need to make sure that you enter in silence and you sit down. On the board there'll probably be a quick to start, so that's when you get your books out and you do that quick to start class. So down this side of the corridor we have science, and as we enter one of the classrooms we have loads of different science equipment, but these on the table are our gas taps, and we use those for when we use experiments using a Bunsen burner. And you need to make sure that you don't turn on these taps without a teacher's permission. So down the rest of this corridor are other science classrooms. And then down the rest of this hallway are languages. We mainly learn Spanish down here, but there are other languages up for offers as you go up your years. And if you're fluent in any others, then you learn those later. You would sit in one of these chairs and your teacher would be there, maybe demonstrating how to play one of the musical instruments, so then you would be ready to move on to the next classroom. There are different musical instruments in here, but mainly laid out and mainly used for are the keyboards. Well, currently in Year 7 we were learning how to play keyboards, and it's a lot of hard work, but if you already have some practice, it might come relatively easy, and you could hopefully pass this on to one of your peers. This is G block. In this block are our creative subjects, where we study computing, art and technology. In this room is computing. We have this lesson once a week, and in Year 7 we've actually learned about HTML and website building. In this room is design technology, where we make stuff using woodwork and other materials. In here is food tech. We have this lesson once a week over the spread of 2 periods, and we've actually made tomato soups and shepherd's pie. Upstairs in G block we have art and more ICT rooms. We also learn textiles as well. So this is the art room. In Year 7 we focused on Alice in Wonderland, creating different pieces of artwork and Japanese artwork. We're now going to enter the textiles room. In this room we learn about textiles, different fabrics and using a sewing machine. This is the reception entrance. You don't normally come in through this entrance, but you only come in through if there is a parental event or if you're late. And then over here is the reception, where your parents would sign in if they had a meeting with another teacher. And then we're going to look at this hall down here. This hall looks a bit different from what we normally use it for, but this stage we use it for our school productions. And then this is normally the study centre, and if your teacher was absent, you would have a lesson here.
Thank you first of all for watching this video and for identifying some of the aspects of what Haggerston has to offer your child. What I would suggest is that you may want to familiarise yourself a few times with this video so that your child, when they start in September, feel comfortable in their new surroundings and are able to navigate themselves around the building. Please look at our school website for regular updates and information, and ultimately we look forward to welcoming you in September. Stay safe.